Hi, friends, and welcome in. If this message finds you, it's not by accident. This could be your energy or someone connected to you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't try to force it to fit. And if you feel guided, go ahead and like and subscribe so these messages keep finding you. We rolled South Node in Taurus in the 10th house on the Astro Dice. So right away, this is karmic. This is something that has already played out, something tied to your reputation, your stability, your sense of worth, and how you're seen in the world. South Node is past energy, past life, past cycles, things you've already mastered or endured. And Taurus in the 10th says this was something that stuck, something that may have felt long-term, heavy, hard to move out of. For some of you, this is absolutely work-related, public image, or something involving authority or structure. For others, this is closer to home, but still impacted how you were perceived. And starting with the first row, we have justice is already in motion, clarified by soul contract from the past. And this is one of those confirmations where spirit is like, this was not random. This situation, whatever you went through, was part of a contract, a soul agreement, something that had to play out so that you could step into something else. And with justice here, Libra energy, balance, truth, fairness, this is saying it's already correcting itself. You may not have seen the full result yet, but energetically, it's already happening. The scales are already tipping. Then we move into do not react. And this is very direct, very clear. This is spirit saying, you're being watched in how you respond, not in a negative way, but in a this matters kind of way. Because how you respond right now determines how cleanly you close this cycle. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've already been tested in this area. You've already had moments where you could have reacted, where you could have said something, done something, responded emotionally, and you held back. And this is spirit reinforcing that. Keep doing that. Don't drop your energy to match someone else's behavior. Then we have you channel energy naturally clarified by you are stepping into your purpose. And this is where the whole reading lifts. Because this isn't just about what happened. This is about who you are. This is someone who is intuitive, who picks up on energy, who understands things without needing everything spelled out. And now you're stepping into that consciously. You're not questioning it the same way anymore. You're starting to trust it. And I feel like this is a big shift for you because you may have spent a long time doubting your perception, especially if someone tried to make you feel like you were wrong. Then we move into trusting your intuition, clarified by the divine feminine rising. And this is powerful. This is that inner knowing, that quiet voice that doesn't need validation. This is you reconnecting with yourself, your body, your instincts, your truth. And the divine feminine rising here says, you are coming back into alignment with who you actually are, not who you were told to be, not who you had to be to survive certain situations, but who you are when you're fully in your energy. And then we close the oracle spread with, you are the prize, clarified by they know more than they say. And this is where it gets very real, because this is saying, you were always the value. You were always the one with the energy, the light, the truth. And someone knew that. Someone recognized that, even if they didn't say it. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is tied to the situation we're about to go into with the tarot. Someone knew what they were doing. Someone knew the truth, and they didn't say it. Now we're going to move into the tarot. And this is where it gets very specific, because now we're clarifying each part of this situation. Starting with justice and soul contract from the past, we have the Page of Wands clarified by the King of Cups. And this is beautiful. Page of Wands is news, communication, something new beginning, something exciting coming in. And the King of Cups is emotional maturity, love, compassion, possibly a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But more than that, this is someone genuine. So what this is saying is that justice is coming in through communication or through a person who is emotionally stable, grounded, and sincere. This could be someone reaching out. This could be news that shifts everything. This could be an opportunity that feels aligned emotionally. And I really feel like for a lot of you, this is connected to love or someone who genuinely cares about you, especially after what you've been through. Then for do not react, we get the Fool reversed, clarified by the Empress reversed. And Spirit is being very blunt here and honestly a little funny because it's like, don't act crazy now. Don't self-sabotage. Don't react impulsively. Don't step out of your energy after everything you've built. The Fool reversed is reckless behavior, impulsiveness, acting without thinking, and the Empress reversed can be insecurity, emotional imbalance, reacting from a wounded place. And Spirit is like, not you, not anymore. You've grown past that. You're not that version of yourself anymore. So don't go backwards now just because something is triggering you or because something took longer than you wanted. Then for the center grounding energy, we have King of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. And this is as grounded as it gets. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is stability, consistency, patience, building something real. And I feel like Spirit is saying, focus on what's real right now. Your money, your environment, your routine, your physical world, because everything that is coming in for you needs a solid foundation. And also literally grounding, being in your body, being present, going outside. This is going to help regulate your energy so you don't get pulled into emotional reactions or old patterns. Now moving into the final part, for they know more than they say, and you are the prize. We get the Nine of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords reversed, and this is very clear. Someone is anxious, someone is stressed, someone is overthinking because they know something was not right. The Queen of Swords reversed is lies, manipulation, gossip, twisting the truth. And I'm just going to say it. Someone tried to make you look crazy. Someone tried to flip the narrative. Someone may have said you were unstable, dramatic, or the problem when they knew that wasn't true. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or just someone operating in that distorted energy. And then when we clarify further with the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords reversed, this seals it. The High Priestess is truth, intuition, inner knowing, and the Ace of Swords reversed is a lie, a blocked truth, something not being spoken or being intentionally distorted. So together, this is saying, you knew the truth even when it was being hidden. You felt it, you sensed it, and now whoever was involved in this knows that you know. That's the anxiety, that's the pressure, that's the energy they're sitting in now. And what's interesting is whether this comes out publicly or not almost doesn't matter, because energetically justice is already in motion. The truth already exists, and you already moved through it. And now the supporting energy coming in is Mercury in Pisces in the 5th house. And this brings us right back to that King of Cups energy. This is emotional communication, intuitive connection, softness, creativity, love. The 5th house is romance, joy, expression. And Mercury here says something is being expressed, something is being communicated. Pisces adds that spiritual layer. This is guided. This is meaningful. This is something that feels aligned. So for a lot of you, yes, this looks like a love connection coming in after everything you've been through. Something softer, something genuine, something that actually matches your energy instead of challenging it in a harmful way. And I'm going to say this very clearly. You didn't go through all of that for nothing. You went through it so you could become who you are now. And now you're stepping into what's meant for you because of it. If this resonated, go ahead and like and subscribe so these messages keep finding you. And trust what's unfolding, because this isn't random. This is justice. I'll see you in the next one.